This week's video, we are making a quick survival bow. So we're making a survival bow today. This is going to be a quick bow that you can make in, I don't know, an hour or so. If you were out somewhere and needed one real quick.
You'll need a saw, a knife, and 550 cord.
Other than that, you just need a sapling. The closer you can get to an inch, the better. For us, we have a lot of hickory saplings on our land because we let them regenerate to get the poles, basically. So we're going to use one of those. So you want a sapling that's roughly shoulder height to you. It could be a little shorter, it could be a little taller, but about shoulder height is about what you need. I think I see what we need right back there. We want to cut our sapling down close to the ground, about as close as we can without hitting the ground. We don't want to dull the saw. And we're not really worried about measuring the length right now. We want to make sure that it's longer than what we need because we are going to trim it up. Because the base of the tree is going to be thicker than the top of the tree, we're going to cut the sapling out, pull it out. We'll cut it kind of approximately where we want to at the top, and then we'll turn it over and cut off the very thickest part at the bottom. Okay, here's our sapling that we cut down at the base. That's got to be 2 inches. Up top is what we're worried about. We want it to be at least an inch thick at the top. So it's at least that. Top is probably going to be about there, so yeah. Okay, our sapling seems to be nice and straight up to this point. It has a bit of a curve. It starts to curve here. So we're going to cut it probably right here. In this cut, we want it to be fairly straight, so this one matters a little bit. Gotta take these branches off real quick. All right, there we go. So the top end is at least an inch diameter. That's what we want. The bottom end tapers to about 2 inches, and that is way bigger than what we need. That would be very hard to pull, and we don't need that. So we're going to put the skinny end down on the ground, and we're going to measure to approximately shoulder height for the top. It's about there, so we'll cut it there. And that's much more consistent. This is maybe 1.25 inches here and 1 inch down at the other end now. So I'm even going to move down a little bit from where I was.
About a 1/2 inch down from the top, you want to put a straight cut to put your 550 cord in.
Yeah, you just want it deep enough to get the cord into. We're not worried about making it too wide. We're just more worried about depth at this point. We'll take our knife and we'll carve that a little bit wider if we need to when we're ready to stick the cord on.
Now you want to make a slightly angled cut going the other way.
Yep, we're going to take our straight cut. This is going to be the side that faces away from us. So this is a notch for our cord. So we're going to say this is about the middle, so we're going to keep an eye on that. We're going to turn that out and cut that angled cut back this way on both sides. We'll do that on both sides of this. And then we're just trying to give a groove for our cordage to slip into. So now we're going to turn it over and do the other end, trying to pay attention to about where that groove is. I'm actually going to put a mark right here on the face. Take off some of that bark. There, I can see that from the top. I'll do the same here. I'll put a little mark right there so I can see it. Now I'm going to put my straight cut in here about a 1/2 inch down. I'll go a little more than 1/2 inch on this one. We'll put our angled cut in there. Now I'll take the knife and widen this a little bit to get the 550 cord to fit in there, and then we'll string it up. Just want to work the knife in slowly. Just trying to widen that a little bit. I don't want to push real hard. I just put it on there, give some steady pressure, and just rock it back and forth. Good sharp knife. Widen our cut for us. There's our groove. Cord fits in there pretty good. Yeah, so basically we're just going to take the 550 cord and we're going to make a big loop at one end. Just feed it through. Basically we just want to get it big enough to slip over. We'll hold it there. This isn't any kind of fancy knot. I'll show you again how I made that. We're just make a loop and then feed it around itself and through. I don't know if that was any better. So we're going to put that in the notch on this end, and then we're going to hold it tight onto our stave. So we want our cord to be approximately 8 inches less than our stave, basically 2 hands. So we're going to go 1, 2, and the cord, I'm going to make sure my knot comes out to about here. So we make a loop, go around, feed it through, right there. I just need to cut off my excess line. Did I cut the wrong thing or what? Oh, get that out of here before it confuses me.
I have the loop right here.
Yeah. Oh, he's funny. Isn't he something? All right, now just a matter of stringing the bow. So I'm going to put my bigger loop over the bigger end. Just work it right into that groove. So for the other end, to get it to reach, I'm going to have to bend the stave and put it on there the same way we did the other end. Hickory is some hard stuff, but we got it. Okay, for us, it took 2 of us because this is hickory. Hickory is a very strong wood, very hard. I would suggest using something else, but it'll work. It'll work fine. And it's going to have a nice heavy draw weight. Well, we also made some adjustments. Your 550 cord is a little slick. The knot was moving whenever we put the pressure on. So we had to readjust, move it, and had to recut the notches a little bit deeper as well. But yeah, this is the bow. I think I would use it this way with the thicker end up. As you can see on this end, our angled groove is not near steep enough. We're not even in it. The line is down here beside it. Same on the other side. at the other end, the thicker end, the end I'm calling the top. It seems to be correct, actually. So, yeah. Arrows are actually harder to make than a bow. Maybe we'll do a video on arrows in future, but today we're just going to test this out with just some arrows that we have here. Some of the arrows that the kids have. That wasn't good. Seemed to be off center there. It made it fly over to the side. This is a target for crossbow, so yeah. It's got a heavy draw weight. This bow has a heavy draw weight. I mean, it is, I think you could do what you need to do, especially if you have a good tip on your arrow. The thing with this kind of a bow, this cheaply, quickly made bow, is this is a survival bow. This thing would take a lot of practice. It doesn't shoot perfectly. It's not great, but in a very short time, we could figure out how to aim it properly. It has a pretty good draw weight. It's very hard to pull, actually. It has quite a bit of force whenever you do let go, if you can pull it back far enough. It's hickory, like I said, so hickory is a very hard wood. It is the hardest of woods that we have here in North America. So if you would be in a survival situation, make something like this, of course it's going to work. This thing, you can do whatever you need to do. It's just going to take practice to be accurate and a decent arrow with a decent tip on it, obviously. All right, well, I think they're just going to play with the bow for the rest of the day. I think we're going to end the video here. Well, if you've enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends and hit that like button if you haven't done so already. And while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. We put out new videos every week, every Friday morning. And if you'd like to receive notifications when we do upload the next video, hit that notification bell. And check out our channel. We have several videos just like this one or very similar. We do various things including hiking, biking, boating, fishing, builds of various kinds, mostly outdoor activities. Some homesteading is thrown in there as well. This channel is for the experience. We do these things for the experience of doing them and to show others how you can do it too. We try to be fun and entertaining while being educational all at the same time. Sometimes these experiences are done for the first time, and other times they're things that we do all the time. Sometimes we do things just for the fun of doing it. Thank you. We'll see you on the next one.